Tonight, we celebrate Mark Spain. A year ago, we stood on this set and we delivered some of the hardest news I have ever had to tell. Mark lost a very short battle with pancreatic cancer December 18th. 365 days later, his light and his legacy are still shining bright.
We begin tonight in the Breaking News Center with news in a double murder this past weekend in Halifax County.
Breaking tonight, the city of Lynchburg is now a Second Amendment sanctuary.
And late breaking, we will take you back to that breaking news in Lynchburg.
The minute Mark Spain walked through the doors at ABC 13 back in 2015, we all knew how special he was.
We all met him and we were like, he's so nice, you know, excited to see how he was going to be with you guys on the desk. And I remember we were going to do the anchor run through and we all went to the control room.
Ashton Sosnowski was the 5 o'clock producer at the time.
We watched and we just could not get over how wonderful he was. He was great on camera, but just the natural chemistry that he had with you.
You excited about your first show tonight, big show?
I am excited about the first big show because I get to do it with you, Dana.
Mark quickly became a trusted voice on the news and in our community.
Some lawmakers say that the executive orders that are handed out give one person too much power.
A journalist who politicians trusted to be fair in a one-on-one interview.
Is there anything more that you as a city official can do to stop crimes like this?
A storyteller who proved time and again to be a voice for the voiceless.
I just really want closure so I can at least let my son go and be able to grieve properly.
ABC 13 News Director Scott Nichols appreciated that leadership.
He was engaged. He's not just one of those anchors that, you know, I want to come in, I want to read the news, then leave me alone. He was engaged in the process every single day behind the scenes, making the product better, making the reporters better, making the producers better.
During my investigation,
Mark was also passionate about investigative reporting. He worked side by side with chief photographer Jeff Meyer.
I think there's a really special relationship between reporters and the photographers because there's a lot of collaboration, and you worked one-on-one with Mark a lot on some major stories.
Yeah. I mean, it was an honor to serve alongside him. You know, you always knew you were going to get a great story when you worked with Mark. I do remember one where actually he did the shooting, and that was when we were found that party on the street, Federal Street.
Yeah, he was doing the curfew story,
yeah,
right?
So he did a stand-up with his cell phone.
I'm at First and Federal, and as you can see, there are a number of young people still outside.
And I was like, wow, yeah, that's good. So yeah, it was a very memorable stand-up and worked so well in the story.
I still look like a walrus, don't I?
Behind the lens, we were privileged enough to know Mark's fun-loving side.
You've seen him dancing and singing. That was constant. Even when we were shooting promos, he would be singing behind the camera, he would be dancing around, he would play music, all those funny things.
The night crew especially got to see it.
That's how he got his nickname Mark After Dark.
Mark After Dark, what's all that about?
Oh man, Mark After Dark was just, we'd get back sometimes, you know, if we're not in the field, we would get back and Mark would be behind his desk. You could see his head. Music would be blaring to a point where, you know, everybody within the editing base could hear it. And his head is just bopping to the beat, enjoying the music. He's got the smile on his face. I'm like, Mark, what are you doing?
There are a couple of times where we were just laughing so hard we could not keep it together over something really stupid, and my face is down on the desk and he's over hiding behind the thing so George couldn't see him, and poor George had to try to get through his weathercast.
There were pranks that I would help to pull on Mark.
Oh, tell the one prank.
Okay,
about the
so
cars.
Gosh, there are so many pranks that we would do. There was one time where Mark, when he came and parked in the parking lot late at night, and I just thought that we all needed to box his car in and park 74 cars around his, because his car was just out of the lines a little bit. I thought, well, let's all do that. Let's all celebrate and just park wherever we want to. And that was so much fun, at least for us.
Right.
To see Mark's reaction.
Mark was more than just a friend and colleague to George Flickinger. He was like a brother.
You had a really special relationship with Mark.
Big brother.
Big brother. And he called your mom
yes.
Mom, too.
When my mother would come and visit, it was just as important that my mother even see Mark. And I remember him wanting to go out to lunch multiple times and to come over, and there was really that special relationship that Mark developed with my mother, because he said that my mother reminded him of his mother.
Brother to some, mentor to others, like Will Stafford.
Will, what's going on? When are we going to get this cooler weather?
The first newscast that we had after I had got the word meteorologist above my name, Mark took me aside and just said, I just want you to know how absurdly proud of you I am. And then he posted something up on Facebook about it. And I said, I want to thank you for always believing in me when I didn't believe in myself.
Come on over here so you can be in the picture. We got to get everybody.
That's the kind of legacy Mark imprinted on our newsroom and our community.
Okay, so you hang around here a little bit longer, okay?
Mark was not just this anchor, which some people think is, oh, mysterious, you're on TV. But if you ran into him in a grocery store, you'd get the same guy. He was, very humble. He would talk your ear off. He wouldn't push a viewer away. If he's in a hurry, he would make time for anybody just to hear their story and talk to him. That's just the kind of person he was. He was interested in knowing everybody.
Before he said anything about himself, he asked about you.
That's the Mark we all knew behind the scenes that made him such a vibrant member of the ABC 13 News family.
What do you think is his legacy in our newsroom and in our community?
Every single time I would talk to him, I'd come down, I'd be like, hey, how are you? What's going on? And he would always ask me about my daughters. Every single time he would go, how are the girls?
There was no dual person, there was no TV Mark, there was no just community Mark, it was just Mark. And I think that just means to live fully and truly authentic, and that's who Mark was.
He made a real big imprint on this community with his morning messages,
morning sunshines,
and smiles. And I think people like positivity, and perhaps they're taking that on themselves now. To be positive and be kind.
Mark did so many things that nobody would know, and I'll share one of those with you. Like, my son loves to sing and has an outstanding voice. Well, Mark thought he needed to shoot a video for my son.
Morgan, what's up, buddy?
Of him singing Christmas carols.
Oh, sweet chariot.
And Mark texted that video to my son, and that was something that never went on social media. It was never intended to be, hey, look at how good of a singer I am. Mark was just doing that from his heart.
The heart of a soul we will work to honor forever.
As for me, I missed the daily text with Mark where we'd decide what color we were going to wear on the news. Yes, cat's out of the bag, we did coordinate what we were going to wear. Mark asked me if I wanted to do that when he first started 11 years ago, and it somehow cemented us as a team. And I miss him dearly.